So 2-love is the Danish lead over Russia, and they've yet to drop a game. In fact, they've yet to drop a game in the tournament. That's 7 matches now after their 5-love destruction of Algeria in the first group game.
Denmark, represented by
and there's more singles action coming now. Hans-Kristian Vittinghus
Russia,
up against Sergey SIRANT of Russia. There's Vittinghus.
Umpire Ivo Kassen
Players
from
on their way.
Switzerland. Service judge Christoph Osebo from Germany.
สนามที่ 2 ประเภททีมชายกลุ่มดีระหว่างประเทศเดนมาร์กและประเทศรัสเซียชายเดี่ยวมือ 2 ประเทศเดนมาร์กตัวแทนคือ
Vittinghus would come in here as a pretty strong favourite.
ประเทศรัสเซียตัวแทนคือ Sergey SIRANT กรรมการผู้ตัดสิน Ivo Kassen จากประเทศสวิตเซอร์แลนด์
Useful piece of recent form. We'll go through that in a moment once the handshakes and coin toss have happened.
Hi, Christian. Okay, so let's toss. Black or red?
First meeting between the two.
It's red. You're serving. You start on this side. Thanks.
So let's have a look at these teams then. Vittinghus, who's 32 now, has been as high as 8 in the world. That was 3 years ago, but he's still inside the top 30 comfortably. 13 years a pro. 13 titles in total, including the Australian Open. A couple of years ago, the year before that, he was the Scottish Open champ. Sergey SIRANT, 24. His best ever ranking is 70. That was only in March. He did win the Russian Open last year. And he's won a tournament in Riga as well. He went down in straight games to ECG in the first group stage. And as you saw on that previous graphic on screen, this is Vittinghus's first match of this competition. Ivo Kassen from Switzerland is in charge as your chair umpire. The service judge is from Germany. It's Christoph Osebo. So Russia yet to get a point on the board. Maybe third time lucky in this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Russia, represented by Sergey SIRANT. And on my left, Denmark, represented by Hans-Kristian Solberg VITTINGHUS. Russia to serve, love all, play.
Well, that's a hopeful start for Sirant.
1 love.
Late decision and a good one.
Service over. 1
To let that go.
all.
Get too much more experience than Vittinghus has got.
Service over.
Nice touch by the net from Sirant.
1.
Well, he's come out firing. Really impressive
3
early on from the
1.
Russian. First touch. And now Pal. Well, it's called in as an immediate challenge from Vittinghus.
Challenges called in.
Certainly wasn't too deep. I think it was just whether it caught the sideline or not. Missed by a whisper. Good challenge.
Service over. 2 3 play.
Well, it's great play by both men in the net there. And that time,
3 all.
Dane used all his experience. He's 8 years Sirant senior. That's nice.
Service over. 4 3.
Well, early signs are this could be a close contest. Sirant certainly not playing like a man ranked down in the 70s. Fresh air shot from Vittinghus. Don't see that very often.
5 4.
Now you see it. No, you don't. With the benefit of the net cord there, Sirant.
4.
He sneaked into a 2-point lead here. Oh, yes. Struggling at the moment, Vittinghus.
8 4.
That's more like it from the Dane.
Service is over. 5-8.
Nearly got to it.
6.
I want to say he's really quick covering the court, Sirant. So close to that, it was relatively straightforward to judge that it was going to go wide. Nicely placed, and he's got himself back on terms now, Vittinghus. Having been 3 points adrift a few moments ago.
Service over. 9-8.
Too much power for Vittinghus to handle there. Just look remarkably composed in Sirant. Well inside the back line when he hit that, and that was always going to spell trouble for the Dane. Trying to take a 3-point lead then to the chair at the interval. Done exactly that. And food for thought here, because Vittinghus has been second best in the opening part of this match.
Call to 20 seconds. Play.
Vittinghus needs a fight back. And that's a good start.
Service over. Nine, 11.
Well, twice now, Sirant has had a 3-point lead in this game, and twice Vittinghus has pulled it back to draw level.
Service over.
Oh, that's magnificent.
13-11.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about when you watch a left-hander play, it just looks, everything looks a bit more graceful. Pretty much every sport. Sirant's an exception. Couldn't do anything about that though. And once again, Vittinghus levels up.
13-all.
Very deft from Vittinghus.
14-13.
Just had his opponent really reaching for that and he couldn't control it. I think this is the first time he's been ahead in the opening game, albeit a slender lead. Another challenge. Again, it was called in. Again, he was fairly close to it. Again, he was pretty quick to challenge. And Hawkeye will be the arbiter here. Big call, this. Another excellent challenge.
Correction out. Ah, 15-13. Play. 16-13. Service over. Okay. 14-16.
Well, that could be a very costly error. A game that he's been in front for much of, he now finds himself with a bit of a gap to close. And Vittinghus now playing about as well as he has at any stage in this game.
18-14.
Just flicked off the top of the net and took it wide.
Service over. 19-15.
Yeah, nice angle.
Service over.
Just about perfect placement from Sirant. It's not out of this yet, despite playing catch-up. almost a carbon copy. He's certainly moving Vittinghus around the court. So here are 3 game points for Hans-Kristian Vittinghus.
20, game point 17.
It's a really tactical first game, but the Dane comes through it by 21 points to 17. Sirant, though, made a full contribution. Still got a fancy, he's got half a chance of taking the second game and forcing a decider. So Sirant playing catch up here.
Second game.
Been a fascinating tactical battle so far, as well as very enjoyable to watch. Vittinghus serving first. Good lead.
One's over. 1-all.
He just hasn't had much answer to that, Vittinghus. Every time that Sirant smashes from anywhere vaguely inside the back line, it spells trouble for the Dane. In some ways, it's a testament to his skill and tactical now, so he actually won that opening game.
Two, 1.
It's out. Looks like he's got an old head on young shoulders to me, Sirant. The way he's opening up the court, creating space, and definitely giving the Dane problems. Having said that, Vittinghus was behind on 2 or 3 occasions in the opening game and still found a way to come back. Needed that point just to stop the rock.
Serve is over.
That was a bit of a gift, and Sirant knew that as soon as he played the shot.
3-6.
Well, that was excellent from Vittinghus, showed good agility there. It's not really been able to dominate from the net at all, but he's got it back now from a deficit of 5 points. He's on terms again. And that will be, you would think, a little psychologically draining for Sirant. Keeps working really hard to get himself an advantage and then just sees it whittled away. Oh, that's a top shot though. How many of those has he played today?
7-all. Serve is over.
Once again, he played straight into Vittinghus' hands with that.
8-7.
Good leave, excellent rally.
Serve is over.
You could almost hear the cogs whirring there, players trying to outthink each other. In the end, it was Vittinghus who blinked first. So back to 8-all now. Worked in one side, then the other, and eventually Sirant had to give best.
Germany, represented by Kai Schaffer.
Wipe the court, please. Line judge.
Umpire, Titiratanu Akrapat from Thailand.
9,
Service judge,
8.
Amani Shoki from Algeria.
สนามที่สามประเภททีมชายกลุ่ม
Service
4
over.
Not what he was trying to do at all. You can see his facial expression
เดี่ยวมือสอง
after the service error. Whacks his head with his racket. What have I done
ประ
there?
เทศเยอรมันตัวแทนคือไทยเชฟเฟอร์กรรมการผู้ตัดสินกิติรัตน์ ฐานุวัฒนพัฒน์จากประเทศไทยกรรมการกำกับการส่งลูกอัลมานีโชกี้จากประเทศแอลจีเรีย
10, 9.
Good idea. He's got the execution wrong, so Vittinghus goes to the chair with a couple of points advantage for the interval.
Uber Cup Group D between China and Malaysia.
Spiller godt lige i starten.
Ball 2, 20 seconds. Ball 2, 20 seconds. 11-9, play.
Court 1, second singles. China, represented by He Bingjie.
Well, not the time for Sirant to miscalculate.
Malaysia, represented by Goh Jinwei.
Just got a little racket, hasn't he, in the last few minutes, the Russian.
Umpire, Lawrence Bester from South Africa. Service judge, Phai Siratan from India.
สนามที่หนึ่งประเภททีมหญิงกลุ่มดีระหว่างประเทศจีนและประเทศมาเลเซียหญิงเดี่ยวมือสองประเทศจีนตัวแทนคือเหอบิงเจียวประเทศมาเลเซียตัวแทนคือโกะจีนเหวยกรรมการผู้ตัดสินลอเรนซ์เบสเตอร์จากประเทศแอฟริกาใต้กรรมการกำกับการส่งลูกฟานซีดาทานจากประเทศอินเดีย
Excellent rally.
49.
And those were the kind of points that Sirant was winning at the start of this game. And all of a sudden, and seemingly unnoticed, Vittinghus has opened up a 5-point lead. And I think if you asked him, he'd probably admit it's not been a vintage display from him, but he's, at the moment, doing enough. More than enough. Won the last 5 points in a row. Concern for the Russian coaches, Mayaroa and Malyatin.
Out. Game's over.
A little bit careless.
10, 15.
Did well to get out of the way once he'd made the decision to leave it.
60.
Of course, if it would have touched in, that would have been the Russians' point. But he's a good dancer. Just about got out of the way in time.
17, 10.
kind of apology. Nothing's going right for the Rush at the moment. Almost as if Sirant has run out of steam in the latter part of this game, because Vittinghus is just going away from him now almost at will. And that sets up 10 match points for Hans-Kristian Vittinghus. Well, he's going to go down. He's going to go down fighting. Sirant.
11-20.
Well, it wasn't a vintage display, but he will take it. And Vittinghus comfortably in the end, 21-17, 21-11, takes down Sergey Sirant and confirms Denmark's victory in the tie. 32 minutes, the match time. We are, of course, going to play the next two matches, but Denmark effectively now have ensured their place in the quarter-final.